Again, as quickly and as strongly as that urge kind of appears, it can disappear and will disappear. Life is not supposed to be kind of on a stasis and then shot up, by an artificial means. And then kind of you go back down to riding at base level. Hey, I'm Julian. I'm about 3 months. I think I'm almost at 90 days now, not having smoked weed. I've been using other drugs recreationally, but weed is the drug I've always had a problem with. And so it's the one that I'm consciously making an effort to abstain from. And this channel sort of document my experiences and hopefully provide some insights to other people that are dealing with similar feelings and thoughts. I want to have like a brief philosophical conversation about the urge to smoke. Earlier today, I was at the beach with my friends and we're enjoying the sun. We're having some beers, talking, kind of going in and out of the water, and the weed pen kind of gets passed around. And of course, I'm not smoking, and so I'm not partaking. But no, it's normal to have the thoughts of it when it's in your area and when it's a part of your life, or a part of your friends' lives, and therefore a part of your life still. That feeling I felt, that brief urge to want to smoke and rip that cart earlier today, was very much like an itch. Like people talk about, certain addictions and stuff as like, relating it to that of an itch, but it is in the way that if you don't scratch an itch, it will just go away. You may not realize it, but you've definitely had an experience where you have an itchy, whatever, a bug bite, something, and something outside you happens and you shift your focus and you don't worry about the itch anymore. That is what the pangs of addiction, I think, and dependence are. Because when that itch passed and it was brief, I was able to just go back to, feeling the sun on me and breathing and, enjoying like the temperature of the air and, thinking about what we might do later and, the 4th of July or whatever, and fun, activities. And it's really hard to kind of put it all into words. It's such a strong feeling of, it'd be so easy to, smoke that and to enhance my experience right now. Everyone, I think, kind of goes and abuses weed for different reasons, those who do, but yeah, for everyone, it's that desire to manipulate the world around you in the moment and achieve that state change is so compelling. And it's like, until you get past that initial pang and that itch, and until you just, make the conscious choice to not scratch or to shift your focus to something else, to take a walk, to do whatever, it just turns right back off again. As quickly and as strongly as that urge kind of appears, it can disappear and will disappear. And it's sort of about like when you feel those urges hanging on for long enough to get through it. A lot of people say, oh my God, yeah, like quitting weed and everything's so boring. Yeah, life is not supposed to be kind of on a stasis and then shot up, by an artificial means. And then kind of you go back down to riding at base level. There are things that happen throughout the day that when you're smoking weed, you just aren't so sensitive to anymore. That, instead of looking like this, it kind of looks a little more like this. you know, your peaks and valleys of emotion and experience are not necessarily supposed to be so drastic. So, you know, when you are doing that simple thing like enjoying a day at the beach, and you're like, oh my God, you know, I'm kind of just riding on, like, you know, these little hiccups of enjoyment, but I could go hit that pen and like really soar off. It's just a losing battle, because the more you engage with that thing that artificially brings you up, the less you're ever going to be able to feel the little subtleties of the things that feel good and bad throughout the day. Yeah, it's my 4th of July thinking as I go into the weekend and the holiday, you know, wanting to abstain from weed. And there's a level of jealousy also. Like, I'm jealous of some of the friends I have here that are able to imbibe with weed without it sort of taking over their everyday, sort of taking over their life, hijacking the way that they, you know, move through the world. Some people just don't have an issue with that.